So hello guys, today we have Prem with us who has recently been shortlisted for 6 months internship plus FTE for Sabre Corporation. So kindly Prem, please go ahead and give your a brief introduction.
First of all, thank you, Aman, for having me for this interview experience video. So I'll introduce myself. Hi, everyone. I'm Prem Kumar Singh, a final year student at VIT Vellore, pursuing BTech in Information Technology. My current CGPA till 6th semester is 9.53. I'm a full stack web and app developer. I develop web apps using React.js and mobile apps using React Native. I've also dabbled into machine learning. That's pretty much about me.
And what about your internships and how much internships you have done?
Yeah, I have done like till now four internships.
Oh,
Three
that's
of
great.
them were in full stack web development, and one of them was in app development.
Okay, nice. So how did you get to know about this opportunity that Sabre is hiring?
Yeah, so it was an on-campus opportunity. We got to know that the company arrived through CDC mail, and we applied accordingly.
Okay. So, what was the shortlisting criteria, and how many students were shortlisted for this for online assessment? First of all,
Yeah. So first of all, I'll tell you about the eligibility criteria.
okay.
All BTech circuit branches were eligible, and 10th and 12th we had 7 CGPA as cutoff. In pursuing degree as well, 7 CGPA and more standing areas. And based on this, the shortlisting criteria, mostly 9 pointers were shortlisted. Around 470 students were shortlisted for the online assessment.
By circuit branches, you mean that all the branches which are related to CSE, any CSE, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
all
okay,
circuit branches, meaning all the CSE related branches.
okay. And how many rounds were there for the like once the OA got completed? Then how many rounds were there? Just tell me how many rounds were there.
Yeah, after the over, there were three rounds: tech round, managerial round, and HR round. After the
Okay. So, can you please elaborate about what kind of questions or like what was the pattern about basically of online assessment?
yeah, so the over is conducted offline in VIT labs, and
Okay.
it was conducted on Hire Pro platform. There were three major sections, and also negative marking was involved.
Oh.
The first section was aptitude. There were 20 questions. We had to solve it in 25 minutes,
Okay.
and the another section was technical. 25 questions were there, and we were given 35 minutes. Next round was two coding questions, which we had to do in 1 hour. The first question was a medium level graph question. It was pretty easy if you have done most of the questions in graph. So it
Okay.
took me hardly like 10 minutes to solve that one. The
Okay.
second question revolved more around string manipulation. And to optimize it, you had to use binary exponentiation in that second question.
Okay. So one like how many students were shortlisted for OA?
For the OA, 470 students were shortlisted.
Okay. And after OA, how many were shortlisted for interview process?
After completing the OA, we got the result on the same day, and
Okay.
around 50 students were shortlisted for the interview. Some were scheduled for the interview that day only, and most of us were scheduled to the next day for the
Okay.
interview.
So it's a very streamlined shortlisting because 470 to
Yes,
50. Okay. Okay. Okay.
exactly.
Oh, and you were shortlisted. That's great. Congrats
Yeah,
on that. And
thank you.
so, what was the like? Can you elaborate about entire this interview process?
Yeah, so first of all, we had a technical round, and some were asked to optimize their code, which were given in OA.
Oh.
But yeah, but I got asked computer fundamentals like DBMS, OOPS, OS, CN, some basic questions and some medium questions from these topics. Then I got two medium to hard level questions, coding questions on try and graph, which I was able to solve.
Okay.
In the interview went on for about an hour. Then we were waiting for our results for our next round, which was managerial round.
Okay.
For the managerial round, around 25 students were shortlisted, and the director of software engineering took that round.
Okay.
He mostly asked on resume and projects, your internships, past experience, and all. And also after that, he proceeded to ask with high-level system design questions, with a very simple API contract to write on a test case that he gave. And also some situational questions were asked, which are usually asked in managerial round.
Okay.
That's how the managerial round went. Then we had our HR round. For the HR round, around 15 to 20 people were shortlisted, and the HR round was the shortest of all these three rounds. It hardly took 10 minutes for me, maybe more for some other people. It consisted of basic HR questions what about the further studies you are going to do,
Hmm.
and is there any possible PPO conversion in your last internship, why Sabre, and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And after that, we waited for the final results, and we got the final result that day.
Okay, so how did you approach those questions which were asked in like in all those interview questions, like interview rounds?
Yeah, so first thing I'll tell everyone is be calm. Don't stress over making a mistake because everyone makes a mistake and the interviewer also knows about it. And regarding coding questions, I'll say that first get all the requirements of the question, understand the question properly before jumping into the question.
Hmm.
And also, if you have any doubt, feel free to ask the interviewer. They also drop in hints regularly to help you go through the question.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically they need to ask clarifying questions for DSA or for like
Yeah,
any kind of interview,
any
right?
kind of question, make sure to totally understand the question,
Hmm.
clarify your doubts there itself.
Basically confirming
Yeah,
the edge cases and all those things, right?
yeah, confirm the edge cases, start with brute force, optimize it to the optimal level,
Hmm.
then try run the code, then you can proceed with coding the
Okay.
coding question.
So that's all from my side, but I would like to ask one more question that do you have any advice for whosoever is watching this video that how he should or she should prepare for Saber if they are appearing for Saber?
Yeah, so one thing I'd suggest for on-campus placement, as I was involved in on-campus placements only, so focus more on your DSA skills rather than dev skills. I'm not saying dev skills are not important, it is, but in on-campus placement, your DSA skills matter more than your dev skills. I've seen people with basic dev skills and good coding skills or DSA skills get placed in super train company. So I'll suggest start doing lead code, start giving contests on CodeChef, Code Forces, because the most important part of any interviewing process is the online assessment, where 90% of the people get filtered out there itself. And I also got filtered out in most of the companies' OAs because I was not strong in DSA. I was more skilled in dev. So during internship seasons, I faced that issue. So then I started doing DSA more and more. I started doing lead code, giving contest on lead code, code chef, code forces. So I'd suggest my juniors to do the same. Focus more on your DSA skills, but also get good projects on your resume. So yeah.
And what about core subjects like CS core subjects which are there?
Yeah, you need to also study core subjects as well because in tech round, mostly the technical round, you get asked questions on OS, hoops, DBMS, CN, and other stuff. So don't forget to study computer fundamentals as well.
And you also mentioned that some system design questions were also asked, but like what my experience suggests is basically if you are a fresher, most of the companies don't ask system design questions, right? But
Yeah,
you might be the
yeah.
exception.
Actually, this is true. Most of the companies don't ask system design, but the companies that offer a package of more than 10 mostly ask high level system design. Some even go to the extent of low level system design. So
Okay.
I think if you're aiming for 10 LPA plus companies, then I'd suggest do a basic high level system design. If you have any cloud certifications, then it will be more easy for you to do high level system
Hmm.
questions.
Okay. So, if you would like to rank, like first they should do DSA or like what should be their ranking, or they should be their priorities. Like at first, what they should do, then second, then third. Can you
Yeah,
just
for me, the priority should be first the DSA skills, improve your problem solving skills in like time, because you'll be pressured in OS. So the contest give you a real life simulation of the OS. So I'd suggest prioritize DSA skills more. Then also, in the second rank, I'll give development because those are also important. What you will be doing after getting selected will be mostly will be development only. So these two skills, I think I rank in these order.
okay? So that's all from my side. Thanks for joining, Prem. Thanks for giving us your time.
Thank you, Aman. It was an amazing experience.
And guys, I'll be providing both of us our LinkedIn profiles in description. So if you wanna get in touch, just feel free to ask any questions on LinkedIn. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Aman.